I'm Elaine Swann, America's leading lifestyle and etiquette expert, and I welcome you to Modern Etiquette with Elaine Swann. It's the podcast where etiquette meets real life and grace is always in style. You may have seen me on shows like The Today Show, Access Hollywood, or What the Fit with Kevin Hart. And now, I am here to help you navigate life with grace and style. In each episode, we'll dive into modern dilemmas, whether it's handling travel plans with friends, splitting the bill at dinner, or choosing the perfect host gift. I'm here to answer your real-life etiquette questions. So pour a cup of tea, relax, and let's go on this journey to becoming the best version of ourselves, one polite step at a time. Hey, welcome. I am so glad to be back again. And you know what? This has been a journey to get here. And the reason why is because I have been working on something very special. I've told a few folks about it, and we're almost at the finish line. I'm working on a book. And listen, I'm going to tell, I'll give you more detail as we go forward, but I'm working on a book. This is a legacy book. Awesome. And it culminates the 20 plus years of my career, actually my entire life now that I think about it. So I've been working on that. And I can't wait to tell you more about it. And it'll be available soon. So I'll let you know when.
Can I ask a question about
it? Yes.
Is it like your other book? Is it Let Crazy Be Crazy?
It is not. This particular book, this is a big giant etiquette Bible. So it's nearly 400 pages and I'm really super excited about it. So I've been working on it and we're almost at the finish line. So
wow.
I'll let you know.
Congratulations, superstar.
Thank you. Yeah. This has been a journey, quite a journey. I'm really excited about it.
So are we ready to get into our first question?
Yes, let's get into it because I'm all about the questions.
The beautiful part is we have, thanks to Reddick, I have brought a question with me today from Reddick.
Let's do this.
Yes. The title of this, Ms. Swann, is called How to Handle Thoughtless Gifts. Ooh. Sounds like a juicy one.
Okay, let's see.
Recently, my spouse and I dog sat for his sister while she was on vacation for 10 days. We are dog people and have our own, but I still found it an imposition, though that's another story. That's what they said. To thank us, she gave us a toilet seat with a large cartoonish caricature of a dog presumably sitting on a toilet reading a newspaper. The dog's face takes up most of the lid, so it's larger than life and beyond tacky. I have a very specific sense of interior design that's minimal and edit with carefully chosen art, and I would never in a million years have this in my house. She thought giving us this gift was hilarious. And when my spouse said something like, "I'm not sure it quite fits in," she said, "Oh, you can put it in the downstairs bathroom." I wasn't home at the time. She picked up her dog and presented this gift. Thank God. Even though it's a gag gift, she seems to think we'll actually remove our existing toilet seats and install this monstrosity. I know gifts should be accepted graciously, but this is too much. It's wasteful and inconsiderate, and I honestly want to hit her over the head with it. It's also part of a pattern of gift giving for her, and I'm not sure she means well. Miss Swann, what does she
underlying stuff. You know, I talk about this in my book in terms of gift giving and 4 different things you can do with the book, do with gifts, but I'll tell you about that later. So here's the thing as far as this is concerned. When someone gives you a gift, especially in this instance, it sounds like it's a gag gift. So you don't necessarily have to take it seriously. The amount of thought that they put into it is just the amount of thought that you have to put into it. And no, dear reader, you do not have to put this gift in your house. So what you say to her, especially since you weren't home, the reader wasn't home, at the time. So, thank you. I appreciate the thought. It was funny. We think it's hilarious, but this just does not fit into my decor. I will not be putting this in my house, but thank you. And that's it. Leave it at that. Don't try to make up any excuses. I don't know where you could find somewhere to put this, but I would say that you do not put this in your house. Do not put it up. Don't try to fake the funk either and maybe put the gift out, or try to change the toilet seat when they come over and then unchange it, So instead of doing that, my recommendation is just to tell the person, I will not be doing this. I accept it. I get it. It's a gag gift. I won't. Now, the giver is going to be a little bit miffed, or she might be miffed if she really expects this to be put up, but she will get over that eventually. How long it takes, we don't know. But the thing is, you have to put boundaries on yourself and be frank, be forward, and be honest. And so in this instance, my recommendation is to be very honest and very clear.
And I know we have about a little time here left for this question, but with the follow-up when she said, it doesn't seem like the first time. Is this like...
Oh, yeah. I would give her the side eye and say, okay, so let's see what you come up with. Because if you keep bringing a bunch of junk over to my house, I got you. I know what to do. So, yeah.
Thank you, Elaine. Right. We're going to take a quick break here.
All right, we'll take a break. Let's do it. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back and I'm ready to go. It's funny because I was talking with someone earlier today and I said, I'm getting ready to go and record my podcast. She goes, oh my gosh. And I said, oh no, I live for this stuff. I love this. I love the questions. I love it. It's so funny. The minute I tell someone I'm an etiquette professional, they say, oh, really? Okay, so I have a question. And they start getting into all this stuff. So I say, my disclaimer is I will either blog about it, write about it, use it as content or what have you. And so I'm so glad to be able to bring it to the podcast. But these questions are questions that came directly to my website. So please continue to send me your questions. I definitely want to answer them.
And we love voice memos.
We do. I want to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Don't hide. Here's my advice. If you have a question for me, it's all right if you email it to me. But the thing is, send me a voice memo. And if you don't want people to know who you are, just have somebody else record it for you or what have you, and then send it on in.
That's an excellent idea. So in the line of that, I'm actually going to read one of your questions.
Okay, let's read it. Let's go. I'm ready.
Website. The title of this, is called Wedding Shower Host Request.
Okay.
Here we go. I just received an invitation to a wedding shower for a friend's granddaughter who is an acquaintance. The bride has been living with the groom for a couple of years and have decided now to tie the knot in a big way. The invitation was worded with this clumsy little poem. The couple have their dishes and towels for two, pots and pans and toaster too. So if for the shower you'd like to bring a gift, a check or cash would give them a lift. Please don't be offended at this type of request. The day by day will complete with you as I don't know. They kind of messed up there.
They didn't finish it up.
They didn't finish it up.
Bottom line, they asking for money.
Yes. Yes, it's quite lovely until the end there.
Until the end there, gets a little muckety muck. Okay. All right. Nowadays, it is acceptable to ask for money for a wedding gift. It is acceptable. For the shower, it's different. These are different parties. There's so many parties that happen with the making their way to the altar. So the question is, for the shower, I don't believe money is the best shower gift. The money could be the wedding gift, but not for the shower. The shower, you're supposed to shower the bride with all kinds of things, all sorts of things, but this is more personal in nature. So we're not talking about bringing a toaster to a shower. You're going to shower her with smell good stuff, little lingerie, whatever it is, things like that she can use. So that's the shower type gift. But it is acceptable to ask for money nowadays for weddings. This is something that has now come into play. There's a way you can do it. And so number one, and I also share this in my book coming up, but number one, you have to make sure that you share the purpose behind the money. So you can say, we are collecting money, or we'd love to have a monetary gift so that we can go on a honeymoon. Or perhaps you're making renovations on a home. Couples are so different nowadays. You don't have people who are just moving out of their parents' homes or just graduating from college and have nothing. You have people who are maybe getting married later, or perhaps they are already established, so they have their own stuff. Maybe some people live together, or maybe it's a second wedding or what have you. So they don't need a lot of stuff, but they can surely use some money for home renovations or to get their doctorate. I went to a wedding before where a couple said, we're both going for our doctorate. And so can you give this fund to help our education? I was all righty then. And sure enough, they sent out a follow-up with the cap and everything on the hat. Yes. So it's becoming more and more popular now. This is what our world is looking like today. People are asking for money for different things. My thing is ask for the money. Make sure that people understand what it's going towards. So don't just say, we taking money. All right. So don't do that. And it should not be for the shower, but it should be for the wedding, for the couple. It should be benefiting the couple.
It is so interesting that you talk about showers, because I'm from the generation that it was really women used to just come to the showers. Now
it's co-ed showers. Co-ed. Yeah. And so that's where you have to be careful with them showers, honey, because, all the lingerie and stuff like that, we just want to kind of keep that for the girls only so that it can be a nice surprise. You don't want your honey's homeboy, looking at the panties.
Yeah. Could be awkward. Did she wear those yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to go roll into our
Yeah, we have another question.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready for it. Let's bring it. I'm listening.
Hi, Elaine. Thank you for taking my question. So my question is, my husband and I, we love to cook, and we love to have large family gatherings. And at these gatherings, we usually cook more than enough food. Like, we tend to overcook, actually. And what we've been noticing is that we have certain family members who will bring empty containers, and even before we're finished eating, those family members will have packed up the leftovers. And so my question is, I love my family and I want our relationship to continue to bloom. So how do I support them in this and helping them, like, in terms of sharing? Like, how do I tell them, like, please do not take? How do I tell everybody, like, let's please share the leftovers, not a select few? So how do I manage that? I would love to hear your opinion about how I would be able to get them to cooperate.
That's right. Wow.
Not they brought the containers with them. You know what? So, and people are definitely doing this. You're starting to see an uptick, an uprise in folks bringing their containers for leftover. And this happens, as this listener was saying, because they always prepare more than enough. And so if you have your family members and you know that this is something that happens, it's okay to bring the containers. However, my advice is to wait until everyone has been served. Wait until the host says to you, you can go ahead and start taking stuff. Not while folks are still eating and you're like, I want to get that good piece of chicken.
I'm gonna take this home.
Right. I like that part of the macaroni and cheese or whatever it is, right? So don't do that. Instead, just wait until wait until the host offers. You should always do this. And one other thing I really want to share as far as the whole leftover thing is concerned is this. And I share this in my book, too.
I love it.
You're going to be tired of me with this book. Anyway, I share this. Quite honestly, though, one other thing is, let's say, for example, you prepare a meal, a potluck, and you're asked to bring, dressing or stuffing or whatever you call it, right? Mm-hmm. Potato salad. And you say, you know what? I put my foot in this potato salad. I really love it. I love this potato salad. It's so great. And you want to eat some, don't take the whole batch with you to the potluck. Instead, keep whatever you want for yourself at home so that you can enjoy it when you come home. And then whatever you're contributing to the potluck, you take all of that with you. And when you take it there, You must leave it there. So whatever you take, don't say at the end of the evening, oh my goodness, there's potato salad left over. Let me go ahead and take the rest back with me. No, once you take it for the potluck, you leave it there. And then one other thing you can do that could be a really great gift for the host is whatever you take it in, you can place it inside a dish that is special for the host. So you can purchase something brand new. You can get it personalized with their name on it or something like that, and give that and leave that dish there for them so that this way they can use it later.
What a wonderful way to answer that question. I know myself when it comes to like Thanksgiving and some of the major holidays, I do tend to have like some sort of takeout.
Yes, and a lot of times hosts will do that. Yeah. They'll go in advance and purchase that. I love doing that. Yeah. I actually like to do. I know this is crazy, but for big events, for big family gatherings, I do the tin pan. Mm-hmm. So that way you can kind of just put a little bit of everything, or not everything you can mix together because maybe your cold stuff, your potato salad, your salads, your cranberry, what have you. But yeah, definitely. If you're a host, have some to-go containers ready for your guest. I think that's a really nice gesture. Mm-hmm. But in terms of bringing your own stuff, I say it is acceptable to do that. If that's the way your family rolls, just wait until you are offered to do so. Not while everybody's eating.
Good suggestion.
That's
okay.
It. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and take a little break. Yeah. Come on back. All right. We'll be right back. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and I'm going to answer the last question of the day. Wow. We'll be right back. We're back. We're back. And I'm ready for the final question. I'm ready.
Get ready.
Yeah,
okay,
We had a little offside conversation about whether or not folks should be charged for takeout, but we not going to do that.
We're not going to do that. Okay. The last question of this particular segment. Yes. I have been invited to a networking event, and it's in a vineyard, and the invitation says smart casual. Mm. I have heard of casual. I have heard of business casual. But what does smart casual mean? And I'd like to know myself.
Yeah, smart casual it's casual, but it's just a little more polished. So casual is where, you can throw on some jeans and a sundress, because I'm here in Vineyard, right? Jeans, sundress, that sort of thing. For gentlemen, maybe, casual shorts, it's super casual, T-shirts, that sort of thing. So smart casual is a little more polished. It's a little more elevated. So you may have jeans, but what you can do is you can take those jeans and maybe throw a blouse on with it, right? You can do some flats, some little ballerina flats or what have you. A jacket, you can do jeans and a jacket. That's smart. Something that's very smart, very chic. I would say also, if you put the jeans on, you'd have on a belt. It as opposed to, let me just throw my jeans on and a T-shirt, right? Yeah. So jeans, a belt, some cute little ballerina flats, maybe even a blazer. So it's casual, but just a little smart, little sharp. If you don't wear a blazer, you can do a nice button-down shirt or a really cool sweater, nice sweater. Yeah.
So smart casual, and then I guess because I go to networking events and
now that's not business casual. So business casual is a little bit different.
Okay.
Because you probably lose the jeans and maybe put on some slacks or some trousers. But the smart casual is your casual with a pop to it.
It's interesting because I don't know if I would have gotten invited, and I guess this is Miss Etiquette lady. And I heard vineyard and smart casual. I get what you're saying, but I'm also like, I can't wear open-toed shoes because you know where my mind is going.
Yeah, because right, exactly. So this is where it's a little more smart, right? And if you do the open-toed shoes, then they should be some platforms so you can make your way around. Stylish, if you think about it. It's just a step up. It's not super casual to where you are just fully relaxed, enjoying yourself. It's a step up, but it's not so formal to where it's business casual.
Okay. That's why they say smart, especially
Yeah.
like being at a vineyard and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
These were great questions.
Oh, they were. Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
these
Thank
were
you all so much for
awesome
sending your questions in. I really
questions.
appreciate it. Listen, I do want to share that if you do have questions, if you do have etiquette questions, please do send them to me. Send them to Ask Elaine. Nope, don't send them to there because I'm not going to get it. Instead, send them to questions@elaineswann.com. I would love to hear your questions. Make sure that you send me a voice memo or voice note. And if you don't want to do that, get somebody else to read it for you. I love to answer your questions. So please send them in to me. And keep in mind, you can always find me anywhere on social media as Elaine Swann. That's my handle. And of course, you can always visit my website, elaineswann.com. That's it for our show today. I just want to say thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much, Producer Kelly, for the questions. And I will see you next time. Until then, I encourage you to be well and live well. Modern Etiquette with Elaine Swann is brought to you by Imagine Podcasting. It's sponsored by investor and strategic business consultant, Dr. John Sanders. Our producer is Kelly Davis. Our chief audio engineer is Chris Swann. Our production assistant is Andres Marin. Our intern is Will Harrison. Our theme music is Up and Coming, written and composed by Chris Swann.